Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Saturday, January 17th. We're actually going to go over the 17th, 18th, and 19th. We've got all football plays in this episode. We've got NFL football Saturday, NFL football Sunday, and then Monday night, the college football championship. We're going to go through all those games and our bets in those ones. If you're new to our show or been here before, welcome back or welcome aboard. Do appreciate everybody spending some time with us. We got a lot of plays for limited for 5 whole games. We do have a lot of plays, a lot of props in this one, so make sure you stick around for the whole show. Check that out. All of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. 7-day free trial is available in the comment section as well as the YouTube channel page. Also, join our Discord channel. Join a couple 100+ members who love doing the same thing you do. Sports wagering, you get all of our bets early, get our unit sizes, all that fun stuff. Plus bonus material we don't put out for the public play as well. You can do so by joining the Discord. Same 2 spots in the comment section as well as the YouTube channel page to get those links. All right, let's get started. We'll get started with the NFL. We'll finish up with the college football championship, 4:30 Eastern time frame, CBS and Paramount Plus. Bills going to Denver to Mile High to play the Broncos. Broncos 14-3 overall, 8-1, but a very shaky 8-1 at home and 14-3 overall. Let's just be honest here. They won a lot of games by coming back, a lot of games late, have started off slow in almost everything. Bills, nice win over the Jags. Did not think they were going to get that done, but Trevor Lawrence giveth and taketh away, and that's what they did to Trevor Lawrence, and that was the difference. The turnover battle. Denver favored by 1.5, 45.5 total here. Let's just be honest here. So for the Bills, this is probably the worst team that they've had in the playoffs in a minute, right? But Josh Allen's played well. They have figured out how to maneuver around. A lot of James Cook, a lot of Josh Allen, a lot of long drives, and they just seem to take their sweet time to keep that defense of theirs off the field as much as possible. The Broncos, that defense was so stout earlier in the season. As we've gone on, they've allowed some more points and not as efficient in the red zone, and Houston's kind of taken over as the best defense in the league. The one thing Denver can do is get after the quarterback. The hardest thing to do probably in football, though, is to sack Josh Allen. He gets rid of the ball quick. That's number 1. Number 2 is he's just a beast back there and hard to take down. So maybe neutralizes a little bit of that Bronco pass rush, which is one of the strengths of their team. Sorry about that. That's why we like the upset here to start us off on Saturday. We think the Bills get the win, even though it's only 1.5. Still some plus money to be had here. Bills money line first quarter, first half and game. Josh Allen, no interception. Cortland Sutton under 9.5 receiving yards first quarter. Shakir under 18.5 yards longest reception. The one thing that Denver does have is pretty damn good secondary overall with Surtain back there, and they keep things in front of them. RJ Harvey under 18.5 rushing and receiving yards combined in the first quarter only. Pat Bryant, 4+ receptions. And a unique one here, as we get into the playoffs, there's a lot of quarter bets and half bets available. Josh Allen under 70.5 passing and rushing yards in the second quarter. Bo Nix, 33+ pass attempts. We have a feeling they're going to be down, and Denver's going to have to throw the ball a lot late. Might be one of those ones you might be able to catch live, though, and get that for a lesser number. Josh Allen under 104.5 passing yards first half. Dalton Kincaid under 35.5 receiving yards. James Cook, 100+ rushing and receiving yards combined. They are going to have, if they're going to win this game, which we believe they are going to have to run the football. They're going to need to do it with both Josh Allen and James Cook, but Cook's going to be the monster back there that's going to get a majority of it. Let's see here. Then we get to Franklin for the Broncos, 21+ receiving yards. Bo Nix, 67+ passing and rushing yards in the second quarter. Dawson Knox, 3+ receptions. That's decent plus money there as well over on Profit X. All right, we'll get up to the next game on Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern time on Fox. 49ers Seahawks. We just saw this matchup a couple weeks ago. It was like 13-3. Unbelievable. This game's supposed to be 48 degrees. Weather's supposed to be a lot better. Seahawks at home, 6-2, 7-2 49ers on the road, 6-2 Seahawks at home, 14-3 for the Seahawks, 12-5 for the 49ers. 49ers come off a nice win last week. The Seahawks, Sam Darnold is the big question here. Still a game time decision. Sounds like he's going to play. He does have an oblique injury, which that's not going to be really easy to throw the ball. And that's really where the advantage the Seahawks have over the 49ers is in the passing game. So that's going to struggle a little bit. That's why I think this line's too much at 7 and 45.5 total. A game that could go under, but the one thing we do like is the 49ers have seen these guys here really recently. And now you want Seattle to cover a touchdown. We don't think so. We think the 49ers figure out how to keep this thing close. 49ers plus a half first quarter, plus 4 in the first half, 7 for the game. Christian McCaffrey. So we're going to play 2 touchdown bets on him. Anytime touchdown, period. And then anytime touchdown second half, you're getting 2-1 on your money on that one. Charbonnet under 9.5 receiving yards. We also like Charbonnet, though, to get a touchdown in this one as well. Anytime touchdown for him. Brock Purdy, 8+ rush yards in the first half. With that pass rush, he's going to have to scramble a little bit, especially no George Kittle as well, so one less weapon. McCaffrey, 24+ rushing and receiving yards in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter bet, folks. All right. Purdy, 50+ passing yards in the first quarter. Brian Robinson Jr., 5+ yards longest rush. Brock Purdy, 2+ passing touchdowns. Jennings, we got a few of them here for Jennings. So 4+ receptions, 40+ receiving yards. He did that on one catch last week. And 18+ yards longest reception in that one. Like I said, the McCaffrey's for the touchdowns. If he scores a touchdown in the second half, it covers both. If he scores in the first half, we're still going to need that second half touchdown to get both of those, right? But we, like I said, we do expect more scoring than the last matchup. That 13-3 number, to be really honest, the 49ers had multiple opportunities to win that game. They could not capitalize. McCaffrey dropped a touchdown that was wide open. He was going to walk into the end zone. There was multiple opportunities there for the 49ers. Here's the big deal. If Purdy can go through the game without throwing a pick, they've got a great chance to win that game outright. If he does throw an interception or two, they could be in trouble. It's not easy playing in Seattle. We all know this. If you've been watching football for a while, it's not easy to win there no matter what team the Seahawks have. I just think that the familiarity with the 49ers having with them, getting 7 points as well, I think is a big deal. I think they could lose the game pretty easily by 4, trying to score a touchdown on the last-minute drive. But 7 is a big number here in a playoff game. Next game up, let's get over to Sunday. We've got, 3 o'clock Eastern time, Texans, Patriots in Foxborough. Texans, number 1 defense in the NFL. The Patriots have a pretty damn good defense as well. 12-5, 5-3 on the road. Texans, 14-3 Patriots, 6-3 at home. By the way, I know we mentioned it last week, but perfect road record for the Patriots. Patriots at home looked pretty solid last week. Didn't score a bunch of points, but didn't have to. The Texans are going to have some issues, I think, with this Patriots defense. CJ Stroud coming into town. This is normally when the Texans, they might keep it relatively close here, but they normally fall short during this divisional round, and we kind of think that's exactly what we're going to see again here. Let's give you all the plays here. So we're going to take the 3 points out of play with the Patriots. Just play the money line. Patriots money line, first quarter, first half in game. Trevion Henderson, 12 yards longest rush. Christian Kirk, under 3.5 receptions. Higgins, under 3.5 receptions. Now Nico Collins is going to be out for the Texans as well. Those numbers might be inflated up to 4.5. Stroud, 200+ passing yards because they're not going to be able to run the ball. Stevenson, 38+ rush yards for the Pats. Henderson, 10+ rush attempts. Woody Marks, under 8.5 receiving yards. Stevenson, 15+ rushing yards in the first half. And CJ Stroud to throw a interception. All right, then we'll get up to the final game for the NFL for the weekend. 6:30 Eastern time frame, NBC and Peacock. Rams going to Chicago, Soldier Field. The Bears get a miracle win last week, having to come all the way back. It's the same thing what the Broncos have been doing. That is not going to win every time. Occasionally, you need to be competitive or get out to a lead. Rams come off a nice win. Didn't cover against the Panthers. It was a tough game. As we told you last week, the 10.5 was way too many points for them to cover. Now they're 4.5-point favorite here, total at 48.5. Game's supposed to be cold, but not supposed to see any precip. Supposed to be around 20 degrees there in Chicago. For us, it's one of those games again. Rams 3.5 just seemed like a little bit of a steal. Now it's up to 4.5. But we do like the Rams. We're going to play money line first quarter, money line first half, and 3.5 for the game. Puka Nacua, anytime touchdown. He has been targeted a buttload here in the playoffs so far. Mananga under 1.5 receptions for the Bears. Caleb Williams, 19 plus completions and 33 plus pass attempts. Because why? They're going to be behind as they have been pretty much the entire last month. Blake Corum, 47 plus rushing and receiving yards combined. Matt Stafford, 35 plus pass attempts. They're going to throw the ball. I mean, they definitely want to run the ball, but I know they think they can take advantage of the Bears by throwing it all over the yard as well. I think there's going to be a lot of offensive plays, to be really honest in this one. Blake Corum, 20 plus rush yards in the first half. Parkinson for the Rams, 12 plus yards, longest reception, and 20 plus yards. And then Luther Burden, 3 plus receptions there for the Bears in that one there. That finishes up the NFL. Let's get over to the college football. We've got one game left for the year. I'm sad that it's only one game, but what are we going to do here, right? It's the final one. It's the one we're all talking about. It's Indiana, Miami. The line was open basically 7.5. Now it's up to 8.5. Total still at 47.5. This game played at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Indiana 15-0, Miami 13-2. All of a sudden, over the last month, Miami has become a defensive juggernaut. They have played extremely physical. They've looked really good, but they have not looked as good as the Hoosiers. The Hoosiers last week pull off another crushing win, and Mendoza's a good quarterback. They have weapons all over the place, running back, wide receiver. They've got playmakers. They've got a defense, I think, that's better than Miami's defense to boot. As well. So the 8.5, yes, I would like it to be a little bit less because we like the Indiana side of things. And Miami's basically playing at home. This game could be a little close to start, but we took the line down to 7 here for Indiana. I think they're going to figure out a way to win by 2 scores. Hoosiers win the national championship, -0.5 first quarter, 4 first half, and 7 for the game. Like I said, it's been one hell of a run for the Canes. Impressive to see what they've done defensively. Cristobal's been done a hell of a job. But the one thing that they have back there that I think is the difference in this game is the quarterbacks. Mendoza is much more solid quarterback than Carson Beck. Carson Beck can be okay, but Carson Beck also has games where he can't seem to figure it out. If somehow Indiana can get a pick early, this thing's going to be over early because it seems like it rocks with his confidence. The Hoosiers have been playing such good complementary football. They can run the ball even against really good defenses. They ran the ball against Ohio State, and Ohio State's defense is no joke. They got 3-4 guys going to be in the first round of the NFL draft on that side of the ball. Miami's been solid, but I don't know if you're going to, like I said, I don't know if they're going to be able to get that pass rush going against Mendoza. And just Miami's offense, sorry, not Miami. The offense for Indiana is just so well constructed with the run game and the pass game. So Hoosiers win the national championship and figure out a way to cover 7. I think you're still fine at the 8.5. We just went a little bit more conservative there as well. All right, that's going to be a rundown of the divisional round playoff games for the NFL and the National Football College Championship. If you like the content you're seeing here, do us a favor, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so when we drop a new episode, you get notified first. All of that, you can do that. Leave a comment, share it with a friend. It don't cost you a penny and probably cost you under a minute of your time to do so. Greatly appreciate if you do that. All of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. 7-day free trial in the comments section or on the YouTube channel page. Also, our Discord channel, you can find the link to that in the same 2 spots, comment section or the YouTube channel page. Join a couple 100+ members that love doing the same thing you do, sports wagering, get all of our bets early, get multiple cappers dropping things in. as well. Not only that, you're going to get all of our unit sizes so you know where to put your money first on those. Plus, you're going to get all kinds of bonus material we don't put out for the public. Formula One, golf, all that stuff's right around the corner as well. If you're into baseball at all, I promise you this is the channel as well, as we do a ton of baseball stuff as we get closer and closer to the start of the regular season for baseball. So make sure you check all that out. You can do so by joining that Discord and the link in the comment section or the YouTube channel page. We do appreciate everybody's support as always. We look forward to seeing you on our next episode.